See how many minutes it takes before it gets there.
Yeah, really.
See how many minutes it takes before it gets there.
Okay, where am I? Mason? Oh, yeah, it says we're live.
What's up, David?
Hey, AD, good morning.
Jonathan, what's up, man? There said happy Friday, friends.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah's in there. Jonathan, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Jonathan, Sarah. AZ, of course, was first.
Yes. Yep.
One thing you can depend on is AZ coming in the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah, you can almost bet on that boy. Yeah. We want November.
So,
Cold up there?
it's 39 degrees. The sun's out at the moment, so it's 39 and sunny.
It's in the 60s right now up here. Or down here.
So you're twice as warm.
Pretty much.
As you can see from my picture behind me here, a little bit hazy, called chilly.
We'll start getting really cold till about the end of December on the 20th. Yeah, I was looking it up earlier. It's last week of December all the way till through March. It's like our coldest months. And then we'll be creeping right back into freaking summertime again.
Yeah.
What's up, Corey? How's it going? And Joel's in there. It's Mr. Skyfly. What's up?
Corey, Mr. Sky Sky. Paul's got busy signs today, I think.
Yeah, I got signs. Got to go grocery shopping. I got to go to my brother's.
Well, that's right. You got to stock up on some groceries because the missus is coming by.
Yeah, well, I need stuff, milk and bread and all that other good stuff. But a couple things on the go right now, but one I don't have to deal with, thank God. But my sister's furnace quit on her last night, so.
Oh,
And my brother and his wife, the washing machine quit, so I got to go over and take a quick look at it this morning.
is it an old furnace, Paul?
No, well, about 8, 9 years old.
Well, that's not old.
But what happened? The blower motor won't start. But anyways, a thing come up on her smart thermostat, but it sends a message to repair people and everything else. But they called last night. It's a common problem on those things. It's a transformer,
Oh,
not a big thing, but apparently it's a common problem. So
so they're gonna come out and fix it?
yeah, they got the part and they're going to be there between 2 and 4 today. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was nice out this morning, Corey. What's up, TJ? It was 50 degrees out when I took Aubrey out to the bus stop
Mr.
this morning.
TJ.
Felt really good. I was just in t-shirt and shorts.
Mm.
But it's warmed up pretty quick in just the past hour and a half.
How are your pupper dogs doing, Justin?
Oh, they're good. What's up, Laura? All right, we'll see you later, TJ. This TJ must be going to work or something. Either that or he's going to the gym.
Little Llama Laura's here. First thing she says is, "Shut up, Justin."
She made a cup that said that.
Yeah, I know.
hey, TJ, good morning. And Mr. Skyfly, he's in there this morning. Cool. Corey Motto. All right. Hey, guys.
I don't know, Andrew. He's flying drones or not. I mean, it is Friday, so I don't know. But he works for Walgreens anyway, so yeah, he kind of has one of those rotating schedules, so he always has different days off. There's no telling what TJ's doing today. You work retail, you don't get a set schedule. Laura's going to see the Coca-Cola truck in a little bit.
Yeah.
And bringing the one through that's all lit up with Christmas lights and stuff.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It's a
Well,
Coca-Cola truck, or is it a train coming through?
No, it's a Coca-Cola truck.
Ah,
Wouldn't you guys go more in the evening though, Laura? Like our afternoon though? Like when it's actually dark out? It's what, only afternoon time there now. Think you go like around 6 or 7.
yeah, Kevin. Hey, Paul.
Yeah, it goes dark at damn, it goes dark at 4 o'clock there. Jesus. It's early. It's like I think around 5:36 here it goes dark.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, Joel. Got the day off today, so he's got a 3-day weekend. It's always nice. Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that, Laura. You might be late. I'm probably going to go take a nap after I get off here because I didn't sleep very well last night. Yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night, Laura. Yeah, damn it. What's up, Russell? I don't drink coffee, Andrew, so
I'll drink a coffee for you.
yeah, I don't like coffee. I like the smell of it, not the taste of it. It's gross. All right, Laura, we'll see you later. That's why you take your drone battery packs with you when you go out. If you got the Mini 2 Fly More, you can put all 3 batteries in there. Got one big ass battery pack you can take with you. Throw that in your backpack or your bag or your pocket. Yeah, there's the. See, there's no point in doing that during the daytime. They should do it at night. You don't really get to experience the lights.
Santa baby, sleep a table under the tree for me. I've been an awful good girl.
Where's this at? Where Laura's going? It's a Rotary Club.
Cool, eh? Yeah.
Wait for news. Check on the dog real quick. Out here barking.
Oh, on.
What's up, Joe? I don't know. That truck's a little underwhelming, to be honest with you. Those basic ass rope lights just going around the edges of it. Oh, where's Dominic at when you need him? See his post yesterday on Facebook? Sure, my chat freeze up here.
Okay. I was on mute.
Everybody is except for me.
Yeah, Joe's
Nobody-
on mute too.
Yeah, he's on the phone.
Where do I want to go?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you good?
No, that was Johnny. We're supposed to go flying, and he said, "It's raining." I said, "Yeah, I saw that." I want to show y'all something.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
$4,000 brick.
It bricked itself?
Yep.
What happened?
I went there yesterday. That's my main camera I use for the shoots, for the photo shoots. And I get out there and I got it all set up and I go to press it and it comes on and the button won't press, the lights won't, the screen won't come on, nothing. So I take the battery out. I said, maybe it's the battery, switch batteries, comes on, doesn't do anything. Turn it off, turn it on, it doesn't turn on. So I said, okay. I take the battery out, put it back, it turns back on, but it won't do anything. So I'm doing research on it right now. What happened was, and this is stupid. I laid it down on the floor, and it just tilted forward and it went boom like that, and it don't work. So I'm thinking that the cable for the LCD screen in the back
Yeah.
may have popped loose and might be shorting something out. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, I
Because
mean,
I contacted. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as expensive as that camera it is definitely worth price sending in and getting looked at least.
Well, you want me to tell you what the estimate is
What, just to look at it?
to fix it?
Well, how are they going to give you an estimate if they don't know what's wrong with it?
Somebody
Well, you
else
tell
has
them
had
what.
it before.
You tell them what's wrong with it, and then they charge your credit card, and if it's more or less, they let you know. Right.
Oh, fuck.
Right at $500.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
to
you
go
can't
out and-
replace that camera for $500, can you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Like, you go out,
I'm
you can,
stuck. You know.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's almost worth getting it fixed just because you're going to spend 5 times that just replacing it.
Well, the other
more.
thing is they say if you do a shutter count on it, sometimes it'll clear everything. And I'm trying to do a shutter count on it. I can't find the freaking cable.
Huh.
Since I got drones, I move my cables around. Now I don't know where the cables are for the camera.
So what they do is they automatically charge you 500,
Oh, they'll
That's like
charge
the-
me 483 something.
and that's the base price no matter what it's wrong with it.
Yeah, what they're thinking, I'm gonna call them and tell them what's going on. I think they think the screen's bad. You know, and I can understand that the screen's bad, but I don't think the screen's bad.
Maybe
This is the one I shot with on Tuesday.
That's the thing.
Well,
If you're
I think
taking,
you don't have a choice. You got to send it in, get it fixed, right?
Yeah, I got 2 others, but the other 2 are the ones I use for nighttime sports. In fact, because I used one of the other 2s to shoot the teams yesterday, and it works. I could get by for a little while, you know, because I don't until football season. I would actually basketball and volleyball. I don't really need this. I'm in basketball now, you know.
Yeah, but Joe, it's a comfort level. You're used to shooting with that. You're used to it.
now,
Oh yeah, because
are you now? Should you send those in? That being that expensive, do you send those in every couple of years to get like calibrated or anything like that? or no?
Unless it tells you to, you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know
because
nothing
that's
about
the one
cameras,
thing we
so-
Yeah,
can't.
it's a
Now the-
smart camera.
Well, I
Now, the
don't know nothing
opposite-
about them, so.
Yeah, now
So
the
I was asking.
opposite is I could get the latest and greatest model of that camera right now for about $1,900.
Well, why is that one so much more expensive than the newest one?
What do you mean? Oh, the new ones
It's-
are the digital type now. They got less things to worry about.
What does that one take actual film?
No, this is digital, but the new ones are mirrorless. That's what I was going to say. This isn't mirrorless, but that's what it sounds like. Sounds like the shutter is locked where, because when I press the button, it won't do anything. And they're saying fool with the info button in the back. Sometimes it sticks, and it could be anything.
Yeah,
What I'm thinking,
it could be anything from the button being dirty or whatever down in there to
Yeah.
internally, you know?
so what I'm actually thinking about doing, because this camera about 3 months after I bought it, I lost a button on the back, this button back here. And I bought the button on eBay thinking it would just pop in. And it was like $5 for the button, the little plastic button. Found out I had to take the whole damn thing apart. So I sat here and took my time and took it apart, put the button in, put it all back together. And that, like I said, that ribbon that is on that LCD is real thin, and it's real, it doesn't go in much. So I'm thinking when that thing hit, it may have popped out a little bit. It might be shorting everything up. So I'm thinking about opening it up, checking that cable, putting it back in if it's off, and seeing if it works. It might be worth saving $600 or $500. And I've taken it apart before. It's not that hard to do.
I mean, it is possible. Maybe you could have done something when you were in it before. Didn't realize it.
No, I don't think it was when I was in it before. I think, like I said, because it worked perfect, and they never get bounced. They never get bounced around. But this one, like I said, it had the little deal in the bottom to hook on my strap, and I wasn't thinking about it. And when I put it down, it just went.
That seems like such a minor hit, though.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But I've seen worse. It could be where that thing, I didn't push it in the first time all the way, and when it hit, it just moved it enough.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, who knows then what's wrong with it? Because, like you said, you keep putting it in there, and then it's turning off and on.
Yeah, I had a battery in it last night, and I forgot to turn it off. I let it sit over there, and it was just sitting there. And this morning I picked it up, and I went to turn it on, and it said the battery was dead. So it's definitely draining. It's definitely pulling something.
So
somewhere.
the electronics are working.
What
Well,
brand
and when I
what
put
brand is it?
It's Canon.
Okay.
And when
Oh,
I
yeah,
put
yeah.
this is the 5D3. When I put the lens on it
What's up,
and
Shelby?
I press the button down a little bit, it wants to focus and it does all of that. When you turn it on, the thing comes on saying it's cleaning the sensor, but it doesn't tell me on the screen it's cleaning the sensor. But the little light's blinking. So the only thing not working is the screen on the back, the LCD on the back. Because all the other buttons are working, I could do everything else with it. But any button that works the screen won't work the screen. So I'm thinking that either the screen died on me, which I kind of doubt, because they last forever, or that cable came loose. So that's why it makes more sense to me to think that cable came loose. And I would hate to send it to Canon and them not be honest and say, yeah, we replaced your screen and put the cable back in. Because you never know.
What?
It'll
Max
just
said,
take me about an hour to take it apart,
Max said Canon sucks. Buy Nikon.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm at that point where, and you see, that's the other thing. I'm waiting on that settlement with the Marines. And if that settlement comes through, I'm going to Sony. So I'm switching anyway.
I think that's what Ron uses is all Sony stuff. I want to say that one
'Cause that's what
camera
I
he
want.
has. Because he's got one that
Yeah.
does like 900 and some frames a second. Oh, that thing's badass. He caught a hummingbird flapping its wings and caught
Mhm.
it just perfect. clear as hell.
I could do that with the Canon. I could do it with this one. I used to hang a hummingbird things out back and sit there. I used to actually sit over here and watch the birds and have the camera focused on that area and have my remote on the side. So when they get over there, just press the remote and take the pictures. And I'd catch them freezing and everything. And the apartment complex came out about a year ago and said you can't hang anything, you can't tack anything out there when they repainted the whole area.
That's what sucks about living in an apartment is they're up your ass about everything.
Oh yeah, but I hate to spend. I got the 500. I don't want to spend it. You know.
That's why around here it's almost as expensive to get an apartment as a house. I mean, it's like literally a 3-bedroom apartment will be maybe $150 from just getting a 3-bedroom house. So why the hell you'd want to live in an apartment is beyond me. Because, I mean, like I said, you have no privacy, and then they're always watching everything you're doing. And some of the apartments around here, apartment complexes, you know, they're really upscale ones, and they're really strict. Like they monitor who comes in and out, and then, you know, if you have a guest over at your house, they can only be over there for so many hours without an overnight pass and all this other crap. It's a big old pain in the ass.
Yep.
Is yours all gated with the security guard and everything?
No.
And most of them here now are all gated. You got security at the front.
Look.
Yeah.
God.
Look.
I mean, there's really no telling what could be wrong with that. I mean,
No,
it's
just guess what happened? I took both of the cards out the camera, and it came on. So I'm wondering if I got a bad card. The card was shorting it out. Because it's working now. What
maybe
the hell?
just stick it on the floor and let it drop the same way again.
Yeah,
See if it fixes it.
Now it's giving me all my screens. You see, the LCD's not bad. So what's causing it? I got to figure out what's causing it.
Well, have you just kind of lightly tapped it on its side to see if it glitches?
Yeah, I did that too.
Because that would definitely tell you if there's something loose in there. If you're tapping it and the screen's like flickering or going off.
Well, all I know is I got my screens back. I'm wondering if it's this card or this card. You know, so I'll put them back in and find out if it don't. I'll get to the bottom of it.
Jesus, Max, she spent 80 grand on that foundation job. Holy shit. Almost would have been better to go buy another house. Holy crap. It's a lot of money.
Look, it's showing the pictures. It took a picture. Thank you, Lord. There is a guy.
Was it bad card or what? Yeah.
I have no idea what did it. I don't know. But you know what? It's working. You know what that means? There is a guy.
Yeah.
Russell said
I've been praying about this one.
Russell said always change the memory card. They cause strange problems sometimes.
We're gonna find out if it wasn't a CF card. Now put the SD card back in. CF card. So it is.
So the what is the CF card? Is that big thick one?
This one right here. So what I will do is I'll put a different CF card in there and see if it's that card. It might be that card doing something, shorten it up, you know?
Or
it might be the CF. It might be, it might be the SD card slot. It's going
Yeah,
bad.
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it could be the port. Something in the port. Might want to try maybe lightly blowing it out. Maybe there's something. Maybe look down in there with the flashlight, see if there's anything in there.
Well, I just put a different SD card in and it works.
Okay.
So now it's telling me it's the SD card.
I was gonna say, because sometimes you can get shit in the ports and not realize it.
Yeah, because look, that's the basketball pictures I took yesterday. It's showing up. So it's this card right here that stopped it yesterday, and I don't know why. Well, good news is that I can figure it out now because I'm gonna put this in the camera, in the other camera, and see if it works in my other camera. And I'll reformat it, see if that helps.
I don't want to plug that thing into nothing. You'll plug it into your computer, all of a sudden.
Well, I just plugged it into the computer, plugged in the computer, and it reads. So it reads on the computer.
That's really weird.
I don't know. Maybe it could even be one of these little deals in the back.
Yeah, clean it with some Isopro alcohol. You got any alcohol
Of course.
wipes?
Yeah, I just pour some wild turkey on it. Oh Lord, boy, does that make me feel better?
I had to do that with my headphones the other day. One of the contacts was like had a bunch of dirt on it, and I was sticking it in my headphone charger. It wasn't charging. I was like, God knows I'm gonna have to send these things back to Samsung because they have a warranty on them. And I pulled it out, and I could see a little bit of dirt on the contact, and I cleaned it off with alcohol. Been working fine since.
Hey, did Paul hear? Paul, did you hear me?
What's
I
that?
changed the SD card out, right?
Yeah?
Just now. Everything's working.
But when he put the old SD card back in it again, it started acting up again.
So the SD card I had in it was probably shorting something out.
Bad SD card, yep. Good for you,
Well, that
save
is-
some money.
Oh, I tell you, you know, because I was looking last night. I've got a Sony credit card, and I buy stuff through Sony, and it's usually expensive, and I pay them off within 12 months. So they the other day said, "Oh, we're going to double your credit," and I said, "Oh Lord, help me!" And I got nothing on this card. I got like $8,000 credit on it, and I was looking at all these Sony cameras last night, thinking, "Yeah, that's just they could get 24 months same as cash, and it's like $5,600 to get all new Sonys, you know." And I said, "But 500 is a lot better."
Oh, yeah, yeah, but
You only live once. Go ahead and splurge.
so is an SD card swap out worth it too.
I've got extra SD cards, so that's not an issue.
Not like a $500 SD card, probably.
Oh, these little SD. This is a cheap SD. No, the new cameras, the new cameras have a SD plus or something special, and the new ones run you 150 or 128, run you $150. It's a special card. It's a little bit thicker, I think. And these SD cards, this is a Lexar 64, and it's all I really need in there. And this thing cost me like $18. So I've got 2 or 3 extras.
I would
So that's not an
probably
issue.
still look down in that port with a flashlight just to make sure there's nothing in it.
Hey, I'm gonna do that. But all I know is that, and what it was doing funny was that when you took the battery, you put the battery in, you turned it on, it would come on. And then when you fooled around, you couldn't get nothing to work, and you turned it off, and you turned it back on, it wouldn't come on. You had to take the battery out and put the battery back. So that SD card had something going on where it was. I tell you, I've been doing this for 50 years. I never seen nothing like this. Not a thing. And I don't know what made me think about pulling the cards out just now. So let me pull them out.
Corey's killing your hope here. He said, "Oh, maybe you just turned it the right way to make the connection." He's going to be out there on the field later.
Wait a minute. My finger hurts. Wait.
Yeah, he's going to be out there turning the camera back and forth, starts
I
clicking
love
off.
all you guys.
But-
Well, I just know I will be bringing 2 cameras to everything.
Well, yeah, until you get your confidence level built back up again with that camera.
Actually, that's kind of a
Just-
smart thing to do all the time, though, because you never know when a camera will go out on you, right?
90% of the time. The only time I don't bring two is when I go to basketball, because I'm sitting right there, and this, like I said, this camera's been a rock. You know.
Especially if you go out of town too, you definitely want to take extra shit with you.
Oh, you ought to see. I got a special. When I go out of town and I'm not travel. If I'm traveling like in that bus, I've got a special bag I call a think tank. It's called not a think tank, a lens tank. It's made to fit my big lens and the camera. I can put the lens and the camera on it. Then it's got room for another lens and another camera. And then it's got all the slots to put extra batteries. And that thing, when I finish loading that thing up, and it holds with the monopod on the side, you got about 15 pounds.
Jonathan says, Joe, it's a pilot error.
Oh,
Hey, it might be.
so Sarah talked to my doctor yesterday. She got my x-rays back, but I don't know exactly all the details yet. She just kind of told Sarah a quick overview. I guess I got arthritis in my lower back, from what she said from the x-rays.
I thought they were going to say that your heart grew 3 sizes.
But she said she'd give me all the details next week when I go in.
So that's called Grinchism, isn't it?
Yep.
When your heart grows 3 sizes bigger.
Yeah, she said I have a little pressure on my lower back, which is, from what she could see, she's pretty sure it's causing some kind of arthritis in my lower back.
Does that kind of,
Because it hurts. Like if I go out walking for like 30, 40 minutes, when I get back, I can barely walk. Like my back's just
well,
hurting so
what's
bad.
the alternative? Is it back surgery or what?
No, she's gonna put me through like physical therapy, and it's like a mixture of chiropractic, or whatever you want to call it, physical therapy, and like massages, like special massages they do on your back. So but from what I was told by a few people, it's actually feels really good. The stuff they do with you. So
Oh, I'm sure it does. It's just that it doesn't last forever. You got to go back and get it done again.
Jonathan, I stretch every day before I go walking, but it doesn't really help a lot. Like after about 30 minutes, and my back just starts hurting really bad. And then when we went trick or treating, we were about 30, 35 minutes into the walk, and it got to a point where my back was hurting so bad, my like top of my leg was going numb, and it was hurting. Like I couldn't walk anymore. I just stood there until Sarah had to go get the car and come back and pick me up. I just stand there on the side of the road for like 20 minutes and wait for her to come get me.
Yeah, we're gonna try something. I reformatted it in the computer. Look at it real good.
Oh, what the hell? How do you say manipulation treatment? I can't say that first word. Osteopathic. I don't know how to say that.
Osteopathic
Osteo
manipulation.
treatment. Yeah.
Yes, good. I wouldn't mind having a massage in my back. That'd be cool.
Yeah. It's a mix of massage therapy, physical therapy, and chiropractic medicine.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm kind of excited to start that because I want to get that going.
So I took that SD card, put it in the new computer, and just formatted it. Stuck it into the camera, and it worked.
Yeah. Huh. And a corrupt card, maybe? Yeah.
I'm thinking what happened. It was, like I said, I shot the other day. I'm trying to think. It's a possibility I could have. It's almost like with a SD card, micro SD, and a drone. If you stop the controller and turn it, and you don't stop the recording, sometimes you got to go back and put it on, turn it on, and make it stop recording again. It's like you got to put it back in. It's got to reset. I got a feeling that it didn't reset somehow. But that's gonna be my third. I'm gonna put that on the side with a little mark on it to know that it's a possibility. But I've got insurance on these things for repair and replace. So I went in
Yeah.
my insurance last night and they changed the deductible to 500, so it wouldn't matter. That's on replacement, not replacement. That's on. I was talking to Johnny. I said, yeah, it cost me $250 if it's stolen, and I said it's 500 if I got to get it repaired. He said, well, I'll come steal it from you.
Yeah, somebody stole it. Really?
He said, then I get the full price replacement price.
Now, is that an insurance policy that you have particularly on your equipment?
No, that's through Professional Photographers of America.
Okay, because now it's like all of my drones
Oh, damn,
are
Corey.
covered by my homeowner's insurance, no charge.
Yeah, it's my drones too.
Yep.
But the cameras I've never put on the homeowner policy. When I get the new ones, they will be. It's
That
on a
don't-
runner.
Oh, now you're scaring me, Corey. That sounds horrible.
Now I can sleep at night.
Go ahead and Google my symptoms so it can tell me I have ass cancer. This is fucking.
No, y'all can see it. Let me see if I can get it to where y'all can see. You probably can't. It'll be too bright. You're not gonna be able to see it. I'll show you one of the soccer pictures from the other day. That's my camera I carry Mardi Gras. That's the camera for soccer. That's the camera I carry for. I actually use that one in softball and
Well,
baseball.
it's your go-to cam.
Anything but football, because I don't do it on the football field because I need a longer reach, and that's a full frame. But the other one's a crop sensor. This one's got a bigger sensor in it, and this one works a lot better inside, or for team portraits and stuff like that, because I get a little bit bigger image.
Is that a Mr. Potato Head behind you?
And a Mrs. Potato Head.
Where'd you get? Why do you have those? Just to have them?
Well,
You just collect
well,
them?
last year when they went woke and they got rid of the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Heads,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I jumped on and grabbed about 6 of them of each, and sold them for triple the price and kept 2.
What the hell are they now? I remember
didn't have a
that,
look.
but I never went and looked at them. Do they still sell them? Let me see. Let me check Amazon.
Well, what got me was when they were doing Dr. Seuss and they were hitting him. I went on. They had a guy selling a bunch of the ones that were the big ones that they were going for $300-400 a piece, and I bought like 10 of them from this guy for about $15 a piece, and he canceled the order.
Oh yeah, they got Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head on Amazon.
Yeah, it's back to normal now.
26. Trying to see if they
Yeah, I
have any
think-
like weird ones.
I think I paid like 15 a piece or 16 a piece for them, and sold them for about 50 a piece. Yeah, I got to be in the right mood to do something like that. Because I bought about 5 years ago. I used to go in Academy and walk around and see all their specials and put them on eBay and see what it looked like on eBay before I decide whether I wanted them. And they had a yoga mat whole setup, and they were normally like $25, and they had them on sale for like $8.99. So I bought 5 of them, and I said, well, I could get 15 for them. I still have 5 of them. So never sold
know-
any.
You know what one toy I remember that fucking made a big blowout was damn Furbies. You remember when those came out?
Oh yeah.
Good God. That and Tickle Me Elmo. Jesus, man. People, those things were like going for crazy amounts of money. My grandma had a whole collection of Furbies. I don't know who got them after she passed away, but she had about 30 different Furbies in her spare bedroom of her house. And they would just randomly start talking and shit. Like they were in the box. They were all still in the original boxes. But every once in a while, they'd start talking in the box. And you'd hear them in the spare room going off.
Yeah, I heard the big thing right now are the original Wii's.
Yeah, those and Nintendo 64s are the two most wanted systems right now.
Yeah, I have one sitting right over there.
So,
Perfect shape
well, Wii or 64?
for the Wii.
Just funny because, like, what was it when they first came out? My friend had a brand new one that she won at a raffle for her work. I mean, these things had only been out for like 6 or 8 months, and she won it brand new, still in the box, never opened. And she didn't want it, so she took it straight to the pawn shop and wanted to sell it. And they wouldn't even take it because they had so many of them in the back that weren't selling because everybody was pawning them. But now, yeah, now everybody wants them again. But Nintendo
Yeah, the prices
64s, if you run across those, definitely grab those up.
Yeah, the price isn't high enough. They're looking at about 140, 145 for them right now.
Yeah, I think that's about what 64s are going for too. PlayStation 2s, you can get those still pretty cheap because that was actually the number one sold console and all. Like that had the record for most consoles sold. It was like I think like 120 or 150 million consoles when it came out. It still holds the record today for most consoles sold. At least as far as I know, it still holds the record. I think it does. I don't know. Since the PS5 came out, then there was a pretty big hype around that when it came out.
When the PS5 came out, we sat here. I think it was Walmart was getting a bunch of them, and they didn't have a limit on what you could buy. And I was sitting here and watching it and waiting. And as soon as they went on sale, I bought 5 because I was going to keep one and sell the rest and try to double the money. And the sale went through. About a day later, the sale got canceled.
They canceled it on you.
Yep.
And Joel, there's actually I think still a market for those. The Beanie Babies. I think there's still a little market out there for those. But it has to be like a super rare one.
Well, that's surprising.
Actually was watching Craigslist Hunter the other day on YouTube. He owns a pawn shop. Somebody brought in a original Chucky's doll from the 80s. I think it was like the late 80s, early 90s. And it was still in the original box, never opened.
Well, the most money I ever made on eBay, other than Mardi Gras beads, was Tamagotchis.
Oh yeah, I remember those. I remember when
I
they
hit
came out
every
with those.
Walmart in a 40-mile area and bought out of everything when they had them. I used to buy them all. And I put them out there, and I can't remember. I think I was paying maybe $9 for them, and I think I was getting between $30 and $40 a piece.
Yeah, I remember when those came out. They were real popular.
It was crazy.
Another good
I got-
market to get into if you know what you're doing is Pokemon cards. But you really
Yeah.
got to know what you're doing though, because there's a lot of fakes out there. You got to know how to spot them.
Matchbox cards too.
Actually, Coast to Coast Bill, he's into collecting Hot Wheels and
Right.
Matchbox cars.
The Hot Wheels.
Yeah. He was talking about the other night. Somebody asked him if he had some Matchbox. He said, "Yeah, I got those too."
Well, that's old.
I used to have one of those back in the early 80s.
There's a good market for the older apples.
$51 and it's two bids.
I would think that thing's probably going to go for about 100, 130 when it sells.
Here's one, $120.
Yeah, plus another $21 for shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in reality, they're probably going to pay about $50 to ship that. I'd almost guarantee it.
Well, this one's
Yeah.
$51, $25 shipping.
But it's that one's on a bid though. The other one's a buy it now.
Yeah.
That could easily go up in 2 days.
Yeah, but that sucker's heavy.
Well, that's why I said they're going to spend at least $50. But the way eBay does it now is, I don't think you can choose your shipping anymore. Like they have a set shipping price that you're allowed to pick from. And you can't, like, remember how back in the day people would put like an item for $5, but then they'd put like $50 for shipping. So you thought you were getting a good deal. And then you'd find out that they were really just upping the shipping like crazy. But I guess they're not
Right.
allowed to do that anymore.
I've got an old Commodore SX64, which was the portable unit they had that had the screen that sat on the front, and the keyboard, and it came down. It had the little screen built in. It was like a laptop. And that
Corey.
sucker, it weighed about, I think it weighs about 40 pounds.
Corey said, "Paul, you upgrading your computer?"
No. I just was thinking about some of my old computers I had. I bought you remember one of the first computers that came out that they were retailing was made by Timex. It was just a little computer.
Timex. No, I don't
No.
remember that.
Yeah, I'm talking back in the
Was it more?
early 70s.
Was it a Palm Pilot or an actual handheld computer?
It was a handheld computer, but it
Is
ran
there-
on batteries.
There was a lot of over glorified Palm Pilots back in the day. They
Yeah.
marketed as computers, but they were really just Palm Pilots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know Apple had a couple back in what was it, late 80s, early 90s they kind of were flip out little computers that had a keyboard and actually had one of the first touch screens on it, but it was really, really horrible. I was watching a guy do a review on one not too long ago. He bought one offline and was showing how it worked. But the touch screen was really bad. You'd press something over here and it would press another button over there. It just wasn't really responsive.
It was funny. Johnny called, like I said earlier, and he said, "It's raining." I said, "Yeah." I didn't realize how bad it was raining. I mean, it's all over.
Surprisingly, Joel, Ataris don't really go for a whole lot. They do, but I think they go for average, like, I want to say like 60 to $100 on eBay. I don't think they go for that much, depending on which one it is. There's actually still quite a few of them out there. Yeah, they go for about 50 to $80. Holy shit, there's one on here for $100,000. What the hell is that?
Somebody got a hope.
Yeah, somebody got a hard on. Think they got the world by the ass, right?
Hold on, let me show you. I don't know what this is, but it's something Atari related. But they want $100,000 for it, or best offer. So it must be like some really rare Atari. Because it looks like it might be
What does the description say?
because it looks like it might be certified, like it has a certification for it too. I don't know. Let me see. Vintage McDonald's Atari 400, 800 computer electronics video game scratch promo. It's like a scratch off ticket or something.
It looks like.
That must be super rare. Either that or they have no idea how to properly price it.
Yeah, what they did, it looked like they gave these
Oh.
things out and that you could win prizes with them.
Yeah, but it's got look, it's got a PSA certificate of authenticity. So I bet you they valued it. That must be a
Wow.
really, really rare item then. Dude, I wouldn't be selling that online. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna spend that kind of money, you're gonna come meet
Go to
me in
auction.
person. Well, either that or you're gonna meet me in person, one of the two.
Yeah. Oh, just wire me 100,000. That'd be all right.
You're not meeting me in person either. I'd have to have about security with me. But that,
Yeah, no kidding. You got fucking security guards.
Pull up in a Brinks truck.
Well, like my uncle back in the what was it like 15 years ago or so, he had a it was a actual $1,000 US bill, and he inherited it from his mother-in-law. And it turned out it was worth like I think he got like 45 or $50,000 for it from a collector.
Holy shit.
Some guy tried to offer him like 15, 20 grand for it. And I guess this other guy contacted him. He said, no, that dude's trying to undercut you. He goes, I'm going to give you what it's worth. And I guess he met him in Vegas and they met at at one of the casinos. Guy came in with a dude to authenticate it, and they went over it and looked at it in the hotel room. Dude handed him 50 grand cash and walked out with it.
wow.
And when my uncle did some more research on it, he found out that's exactly around what it was worth. So the other guy was trying to like short him like crazy.
Oh,
And
yeah. Why wouldn't you?
some other big collector with a lot of money came in and swooped it up. I didn't even know those type of bills existed. Apparently they do though. It's just like if you find like a dollar bill with like an upside down head or something on it. Though, I mean, you have any kind of currency, it's got any kind of defect in it. Oh my God, dude, collectors go ape shit for that stuff. And that's because the process of them like their quality control is so good at the mints that it's super rare for a fucked up bill or coin to actually make it out of there.
Yes.
So when it does happen, man, people pay a lot of money for those.
I see here in Ontario, they got some coins that are counterfeit coming out right now, like the toonie. They're telling people how to, identify it, right? So,
I've seen a lot of fake bills come through when I was working at Walmart, and there was only one that ever was really super good. All the rest of them you could totally tell were fake just by grabbing them. I mean, the biggest thing with fake bills is the texture, you know, because money has that specific feel to it. American money does because it's cotton and linen. And you'll get these people that will get paper and, you'll grab it and it just feels like regular paper. It doesn't feel like it, but the print looks really good and the cut on it and everything. But
well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to take off. I got some things I could do. I got a couple of them are out of town, of course. So Then I got to go do some grocery shopping and do a few things around the house today before you know who shows up.
Are you talking about the big bills there, Barkley?
Yeah, but anyway, so
No.
so we'll
Okay.
talk
Yep.
later. Right?
Later.
Okay, Paul, we'll see you later on.
Yep. See you guys.
Later.
Barkley, were you talking about the $1,000 bills? And that's probably why it was worth so much then, if that's what you're saying, because they weren't supposed to be in circulation. I know he inherited it from his mother-in-law.
Well, I tell you, I feel so much better knowing that camera works.
Oh, yeah. One less thing to worry about.
I wasn't ready for that. It's like I told y'all the other day, I haven't even got the first Christmas present. I was sitting here and I said, you know what? God darn it, I got to go do something. And I usually try to look like a QVC. And I look on there and I see what they have specials. Like under $50, and a lot of times they'll have something that's a 4-pack. And usually it's pretty good little gifts. And I went in there yesterday and they had some insulated tumblers that were real nice. I mean, really different colors, bright. They had 4 different setups with different colors, so there's no color match. You can get up to 16 different colors basically, but they were like metallic and they just looked pretty cool with the built-in straws, everything. And it was like $40 for 4 of them.
Later, Barkley.
I looked at that thing and I got 16 on the way. So everybody's getting a cup.
Freewell now has a 12-pack for the Air 3.
Oh yeah, that's expensive too.
Oh yeah, Freewell's got some. Their ND filters aren't cheap. That's for sure.
I took the Freewell off of the Air 2S, and the gimbal didn't give me the warning anymore. I think that had just enough weight on it to mess it up.
I never used ND filters. I got a set of them when I bought the Air 2 because it came with a
It came
16,
with it.
a 64, and a 256. And I never used them. I wasn't into the whole editing thing and crazy color correction and using filters.
Well, I'm
and
gonna
all
tell
that,
you,
like
tell
everybody
you,
else
I-
was.
I'm into the photography, so I know photography. And I hear people, well, we got to have some motion blur. I've got to have this and this. But I put the Air 2S up the other day without an ND filter on it. And I did not see that much of a difference in the way it looked because I didn't just shoot automatic. I used that EV number and brought it down a little bit. So I more or less gave it a little nudge to the ND filter side, and it looked perfect to me. And you got a little bit of motion blur, but you didn't get an awful lot, but you still had sharpness. So I don't see why a lot of times you need an ND filter.
Jesus, Jonathan said that pack is $229 with a $30
I thought it was
discount.
$179, but it's something like that. It's expensive.
Saying $30 discount sell right now.
Oh, Sarah won a Yeti tumbler at the raffle.
Yay, another tumbler. That's all we need. I already got 86 of them up in the fucking cupboard.
Is that her weak spot is tumblers?
Dude, we got so many tumbler cups. I remember when Yeti tried suing Walmart because Yeti never actually filed a patent on their cups or their coolers. And so Walmart came out with their Ozark brand of them and copied them to the T. And we're selling them for like, I mean, you could get 2 44-ounce tumblers for $20. You were paying $10 a tumbler. Why a Yeti was like $50 or $60. And that wasn't even if it was customized. I mean, you're talking about if you had your own like logo or something put on it, you were paying another $15, $20. Some people are paying like $70, $80 for a damn Yeti cup. And so when people figured out that they could get the Walmart cups and they were actually holding up just as good as the Yetis, and in some cases actually outperformed the Yetis, we couldn't keep them on the shelves. We actually had a whole pallet hidden up in the back room. And we were hiding it from the district manager because all the stores were looking for him. And so he was looking, he was trying to find which stores had them. Well, we didn't have them in the system. So we
He was
had a
trying to
whole,
get them from you.
oh, dude, I hit him up in the steel behind another pallet so he couldn't see him. And then as soon as he left, we put him down on the floor. Dude, they were gone within 2 hours. Every one of them was gone. You couldn't keep those things in. They were just selling like hotcakes, like crazy when the whole Yeti cup thing was was like super popular when they had their whole run. But yeah, it was stupid.
My ex worked at Academy, and they all wanted one of them when they were coming out. And she would call my son and say, they're putting them out again, like that. So he'd run down there and they'd be gone. So I said, let's go to the Academy. Let's just go that way. So we were sitting there, and she said, yeah, they just, all of them went out a few minutes ago and they're gone. And then one of the managers says, we got another pallet that we're bringing out right now. And I told my son, I said, go get a basket. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And I bought 20 of them. I bought 20 of them like that. I said, y'all all have your Christmas presents now. I said, and when I took 5 of them for all of us, and I took the other 15 and sold them, I was getting $60 a piece for them.
Yeah, Yeti tried to sue Walmart over it, but they lost the case because dumbasses never actually filed a patent on their stuff. Or their patent was up or something. Something happened with the patent issue. Well, Walmart was totally like legal to copy their design. And Yeti tried suing Walmart over it, and they ended up losing the case. Oh, yeah, here we go. Right here, Joe. This is what Jonathan just sent. So Freewell's got him 259 down to 229.
Yeah, I saw another pack they have. I don't know what drone is for, but it was 179 for something like that.
And maybe it was a smaller pack. That's fucking expensive though, man. You better use those if you buy them. That's damn near the cost of a mini too, right there.
The only person that would use all of those that I know of is Chuck.
See, I buy ND filters for all my drones that I had, but I ended up never using them. I just couldn't get into the whole editing and all that shit and using filters, and just didn't interest me. Like, I don't know how many times I've made plans to sit with Matt and learn how to do DaVinci, and I just fucking every time I just backed out of it because I didn't feel like doing it. I was like, editing to me is super boring, but you know, some people enjoy that.
I had one of the seniors yesterday for his poster. I'll tell him, what kind of pose do you want? Let me know, because I know what my poster is going to look like. So I've got to know how they're positioning to fit with all the different logos on it. So he's looking at me. So, well, I want to spin the ball. So I said, okay, spin it. Let me see it. So he spins it, and I take a picture real quick and I look at it. And he spins it, and every time he spins it, he's kind of leaning and all of this. I said, you want it perfect? He says, yeah, I want it perfect. I said, okay, put the ball down. He goes, what do you mean? I said, put the ball down. Get in a position, put your finger up like you're going to spin it. He looked at me. I said, just listen. He did it. I said, okay, now hold the ball in front of you. He held the ball in front of him. I said, okay, you're done. And he said, but I want to spin it. I said, wait till you see your poster. All I do is make sure I got the ball the same size, and then I stick it right on top of his finger. So it came out perfect.
There, Jonathan, I sent you a link to Joe's Facebook if you want to friend request him. If you can't find him on there. Just click on it. It'll take you straight to his Facebook page.
Well, Looks like it's a little bit slow here today.
Always is in the mornings. Your afternoon streams are always busy.
But I think I'm going to call it.
And then Laura will be on this afternoon.
Or I'll be on this afternoon at what, 2:00
She
Eastern?
normally goes on at 2 Eastern, but she said she might be a little late, but she will be on tonight
Okay. All
or
right.
this afternoon. So
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. Thank you, Joe. Thank you,
See you later.
Justin. Everybody in
All
the
right.
chat. Sarah, you have a good day.
see you later.
Jonathan, we'll see all of you next time. Bye for now.
Later.